Now let's go back outside and give the MPX a little test run. All right, so now we're gonna do the SIG MPX 9mm. We're using gold dot hollow points. All right, same round as the pistol, as we talked about, earlier. So doesn't matter really whether it's a pistol or a rifle. The whole point is it's 9mm and it's hollow point. Roger that. All right, we're clear. Let's go check it out. And so center chest, standing a little high, so we had downward angle. See, it went through both. It went through the interior wall. Here's the exit hole. Right down here, you can see the bullet kind of expanding. Our exterior wall right here, and we did not penetrate the other side of the exterior wall. So, and it definitely didn't hit a stud. It's all hollow in here. Actually, you can see the bullet right here where it stopped. Here it is. Gold dot. Does exactly what we want it to do. So, pretty cool. There it is. So it's gonna go through an interior wall, and then it stops at 3 pieces of drywall, which, and you can be accurate with it. Pretty cool. Okay, so we just tested the MPX. This would be my recommendation. There's very minimal recoil, very easy to shoot. All right, once again, I have the can on. Why? Because it just keeps everybody just a little bit calmer, okay? Got the flashlight, we already talked about that. We got the red dot, easy day. Put the red dot on the target, pull the trigger, okay? Very easy, very quiet, very light, especially for women and children. This is like, if you can teach somebody to take this thing off safety, point the red dot at something and pull the trigger, they're fine. Oh, and work the light. All right, we saw the penetration power down there. Doesn't get much better than that. So, pistol caliber rifle platforms are the perfect home defense weapon.
Do you really want a politician that begs for table scraps? Griffin has not paid his taxes in 77 dog years. Griffin has been seen chasing tail all over the states. Griffin has been known to take bribes from lobbyists. Sean Ryan pays his taxes and only has one tail. Vote Sean Ryan this coming election and show your support by shopping at vigilanceelite.com.
I'm Sean Ryan, and I approve this message. All right, so moving on to 12 gauge. We got 15 pellets, double odd buck here, okay? I think this is 3-inch shells. So this is like the mother load right under the slug. So I know we talked about a pump upstairs, but I just fucking like a side-by-side, so I want to break it in. I want to shoot it. So this is what we're gonna do. All right, so this will probably be Bob's last round to the chest. Fucking Clint Eastwood style. Roger that. Let's go check it out. Looks like we got a pretty solid hit on Bob's chest. Woo! And went through the interior wall, as you can see. Then here's the first portion of the exterior wall. And actually, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pellets made it through the other side of the exterior of the wall. And Bob got super fucked up, Bob's cousin. So that's actually a shocker. I didn't think that was gonna happen either. So I think that was a pretty damn good test. Probably the best one I've ever seen. So I'm gonna stick with my original thoughts on 9mm hollow point for home security. All right, so we just went and you saw the results. I was actually pretty surprised myself. I didn't think there was any way that that round coming out of the shotgun was gonna have that much penetration power. But even if we go with a lighter load, I still wouldn't recommend it. Why? Yes, we point, we shoot, it hits anything in its path, blah, 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 that's all great, but what in the fuck are you going to do if your family member, your child, your wife, your son, your grandma, whoever is standing right next to your threat? Are you gonna pull that trigger? Because you're gonna fucking hit both of them, all right? So I take that very seriously, which is why I don't recommend this. The positive, the only positive I can see, which was what everybody says, is everybody knows exactly what the fuck that sound is, right? So you do that, maybe you scare them off, maybe you don't. Once again, I got a flashlight right here so that I can ID my threat. Another negative to this thing, they aren't fun to shoot. There's a shit ton of recoil. Nobody likes shooting this thing. I don't like shooting it. It's got too much recoil. And I can tell you right now, your wife probably isn't gonna like to shoot it. Your daughter probably isn't gonna like to shoot it. Your son probably will like shooting it. But women and children, 99.9% of them, unless you're dating Xena, probably doesn't want to deal with this fucking thing, okay? It's heavy, it's the heaviest of all of them. It's got the most recoil of all of them, and unfortunately, you just can't be that accurate with it. So, I would not recommend the shotgun. Okay, so we just tested out a couple of different weapons there. Again, the pistol and the MPX shoot the exact same round, 9mm. I would recommend the MPX. I hope you guys got something out of that. It's a really common question. I think I went into about as much detail as I can go on them. And keep in mind, I had no budget. I'm not going to put a budget on it. You can't put a budget on home protection. So I will see you next week. All right, even though we didn't talk about this earlier, this is for you AK nerds out there, all right? So 7.62 by 39. Is it worth a shit for home defense? Clear? All right, let's go have a look. Bob takes another one to the chest, unfortunately. Here we have entry, penetrated that, went through the exterior, down here low, and actually looks like it just fragmented after that, and looks like Bob's cousin over here may have taken some shrapnel to the groin. So, yeah. So, maybe not as bad as I thought it would have been, but it definitely went through both walls, all right? And it did fragment the cousin. So, AK-47, there it is.